we're going to bring in financial markets analyst Mitch Feierstein in studio with us, as well as senior market strategist and CEO of Market Rebellion, Marc Lopresti. Thank you so much for joining us, gentlemen. Let's start off with this. So Samsung building new chip production line amid a boom in AI. Hyundai and shipbuilders also announcing investment plans after the U.S.-South Korea trade deal. Mitch, what exactly are we seeing here?
Look, I don't know if this boom in AI is going to turn into a massive explosion with all these companies issuing these bonds to fund this. And there's too many people, too much funding, too much spending with zero revenues. They have an expectation of revenues. And I think the thing with Korea and these companies that we're looking at right now is they've made a deal to spend, I think, up to $350 billion over a 5-year period, which is about $60 billion a year in the United States on AI technology. So this is good for the United States. I don't know how good it is for the people buying the bonds that they're using to finance this stuff, but it's great for the U.S. because it's going to bring more business here and create more jobs here. So that's really good.
Yeah, which is exactly what Trump campaigned on, was bringing jobs right here to the country. But moving on, so Marc, Walmart shares up 312%. This as the CEO, Doug Millen, announced his surprise retirement. Okay, what are your takeaways on this?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is a brand that has done extremely well in the big box sector. McMillan was a big part of moving this company into getting into things like groceries and other daily needs, which was a major factor in how and why this company has done so well. And I expect this to continue. The street's disappointed to see him retire early. This did come as a bit of a surprise, but we do expect Walmart to continue to lead the pack as America's favorite big box retailer. And for stock traders and stock market analysts, this is a company, the fortunes of which we tend to use as a bellwether or an indication of how the American consumer is doing and how they're spending. So I think we're going to see continued good things for Walmart despite the departure of the CEO.
Yeah, I would have to agree there. Walgreens cutting 6 paid holidays for their hourly workers. This coming as the company was bought out after declining profits reportedly driven by low drug reimbursement rates and sluggish sales. You know, Mitch, what are your predictions for the pharmacy giant and then those other popular pharmacies?
Well, look, I think Walgreens is more a story, the buyout by private equity, because they had bad management. And I think what they did was they went into the United Kingdom's market and bought Boots, which was the largest pharmacy chain in the UK. And they just expanded at an exponential rate and spent tons of money that they didn't have. Their stock plummeted, and it was just terrible management. So if you have terrible management, private equity will come in and buy you at nothing and then asset strip and sell the parts apart for whatever they can make. So look, I think that's the real significant story behind Walgreens. However, it's not the end of the line for Walgreens. I just think that, you know, when you're working with private equity, they look at the numbers a lot more closely than people who are spending money they don't have. Yeah. That's a typical story.
I was about to say, that sounds like a story we've heard many, many times. But Marc, lastly, Chic-fil-A is testing new sandwiches. They have a chicken and waffle sandwich, kind of like in a breakfast sandwich as well. We're showing you right there on the screen. They're kind of only hitting certain locations right now in Baltimore and San Antonio, kind of testers. Marc, will we see these on the permanent menu in the future? Are you going to be trying one? What are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, first of all, I haven't had breakfast yet here in sunny Florida, so this is just making me unbelievably hungry. I think this is a great move on the part of Chick-fil-A. I think that this does wind up on the permanent menu, and I think this chain is just going to continue to absolutely dominate. They've done remarkably well as they've grown. It's something that if my 17-year-old daughter doesn't ask me to take her to Chick-fil-A at least once a day, I know I have to take her to the doctor to make sure that she's feeling okay. So yeah, I think we're gonna see this one stay on the menu, and I'm gonna go and try and find one. I don't think there are any here in South Florida yet, though, so I may have to call the CEO and get some test sandwiches sent down here.
It is funny. I mean, my goodness, you go to a Chick-fil-A between, I would say, 11 and 3 p.m., you're going to be waiting in that line forever. It's the one fast food chain, there's always a line. Mitch Feierstein, Marc Lopresti, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate it.
Have a great week.